Why'd you do that? Brilliant, now it's not skipping forward. There we are. I was just trying to play a joke, and... Act like you've got some sense, Acacia. It's reasons like these that makes you have such a hard time finding a mate. Wow, that's a typically harsh answer from a woman. A woman? A mother? Wow, it's generalizing slightly there. I stood there quietly and extremely embarrassed. I didn't know they were carrying my cake, neither did I know that Aaron was with them. You should have just not done it, but okay. Are you okay, Aaron? I didn't mean... It's okay. I'd just like a warning the next time you try to make a joke. That defeats the point! You elfin bastard. Giving me a weak smile, he whipped off some of the icing off his shirt. I was wondering where we were going at that. My mother and sister helped usher him into the house to clean up. Acacia, I think you should go ahead and leave now. We can talk about this later. Whoa, ouch. Abandoned yet again by my mother. Oh, what a bitch. Shutting the door behind her, they left me outside all alone. The night carried on like any other. And today I was even able to catch the attention of a few other trolls, and they all left to go talk to someone else prettier or smaller than me. Than I. Though that was good for me, because they gave me some free time to sneak off and search for some new spices. As I started... You can't say though and then just carry on with that. Alright. As I started searching through the bundles of herbs I had found, the smell of cinnamon and a familiar spice began to dance into my nostrils. Well... That's what... It depends what they're doing. If they're like doing the birdie dance, that's okay. If they're twerking, you should tell them to get the fuck out of there. I didn't pick up any cinnamon. Picking through each of the spices, I waved them towards my nose to see which one was giving off that intoxicating smell. Whichever one it is, smells so good. Smells so good, yeah boy! Shut up! Oh, for fuck's sake. You know, I was just about to say, it's either going to be Damien or the other guy who I've already forgotten your fucking name. So you like my cologne, huh? Looking up, I saw Damien standing right in front of me, his chest exposed. Once again, I noted. Staring again? I know I'm handsome, but control yourself, Buttercup. Oh, he's such a prick. It was then when I realized my mouth was opened in shock. Shutting it, I put the spices back into my small basket. I was looking at the bug crawling on your chest. I was failing miserably at hiding the fact that I was gawking at him. Why was he so handsome and so arrogant about... That's what it works that way. Why do you think I'm so arrogant? It's because I'm so fucking good looking. It's the way it works. Oh dear. I don't see any bug. I pointed up towards his chest. There it is, right? Ah, I see what she did there. The worst practical joke of all time. Ow! With one quick motion, I slapped his bare chest, which caused him to reel back in pain and shock. What are you hitting me for? Because you're a prick. Giving him my best innocent look, I shook my head in confusion. Oh, I thought I saw a bug. You can't say that is your innocent face when you're clearly that evil. Oh, fucking look, you're even doing that evil head tilt thing. That's not good. His eyes narrowed at me with a mischievous grin on, slowly spreading across on his face. Oh really? I think I see it on you now that you mention it. I jumped back as he started advancing towards me. I swear if you touch me, I'm going to snap off your fingers and shove them in your eye sockets. Wow, again, we're having a case of the most inappropriate music. Inappropriate music of all time. Oh, fucking hell. It's just like, imagine that. I'm going to snap your fingers off and shove them in your eye socket, you wanker! And some guy just comes along with the piano. Da, 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 da. It doesn't work! That's really weird. Alright. What the heck? Again, he just looks like he's confused, not weird, right? He let out a genuine laugh. And I noticed then that his laugh wasn't too bad either. It was somewhat pleasant. Violent as ever, aren't you, love? Fuck off. That's not my name. Not wanting the pet names to persist, I tried to change the subject. Where did you get the spices for that cologne you wear? I'll tell you if you do me a favour. No, I mean, like, your brother does look good, but nah, you'll be right. I looked at him and he stood there smirking down at me. Starting a conversation with him this close was a bad idea. I should hurry up and end it quick. We should. Forget it. Trying to take a step back from him, I felt my back hit the trunk of one of the trees. Damien then placed one hand on the trunk and the side of my head. I felt his fingers faintly brush my cheek. He stared at me with his big, breathtakingly silver eyes. His gaze dropped down to my hand, and his smirk grew even bigger. No, smirking is horrible. I don't care what anyone says about George Clooney constantly doing it. Smirking is a sign of an evil and madman. I didn't know women your age still carried a diary. Fuck off! It's the only thing I can say to you right now. Jerking back my head, bumped against the tree trunk as I hid my diary behind my back. I could feel my face grow hot out of embarrassment, and when I looked out to glare at him, a small gasp escaped my lips. Damine? Yes, Damien's brother has already shown up, trying to push him back. I punched his chest, but it didn't seem to affect him at all as he grasped my wrist. Just how strong is this guy? You better back up. I will if you do me a favour. No. Your bargaining isn't very good. You stick to your end of the deal, and I might stick to mine. Not, the odds have been slightly shortened. Alright, whatever. He leaned closer still. The smell of his cool, minty breath brushed past my face. Bake me something special to eat at the ball. What? You? He continued to look at me, waiting for me to answer. Finally giving in, I snarled up at him. Alright, fine, I'll do it, so back up. With a grin, he dropped my hand and took a step back. If it's a baked pastry he wanted, then it's a baked pastry he'll get. Turning away and walking back home, I felt an evil grin spread across my face. Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't we just put fucking like loads of bull semen in it? That'd be beautiful. Alright. I'll bake you something that will knock your taste buds right off your tongue, you arrogant toad. He's heard that. That's the way it works, right? Mum still hasn't said much to me since yesterday. I didn't get much sleep either that night, so once I got up and got changed, I decided to try to stay on Mum's good side for today until she calms down. Yeah, we'll fail at that miserably. While working on a special pastry that I promised Damine. Again! Like, alright, we'll get it wrong once. That's understandable. Mistakes happen, we're only human. But that's the second time he's been called Damine. Alright, whatever. Damine. It sounds like a Jamaican claiming property. It's Damine blood. Send all your angry messages to @SarahCampbell94 on Twitter. I couldn't help but smile secretly to myself while I put in all sorts of hot, sour herbs and spices. I'll make sure that when he bites into this, his taste buds will be in shambles. After it finished baking and was cool enough, I placed it neatly in a white folded napkin. When he arrived, I gave him my best smile and handed it to him. You didn't do anything weird, did you? I thought I was going to give it to him at the ball or something, not just, oh lol, here, have it anyway. No, of course not. Good, my mother told me how good your baking was. I felt a small pang of guilt squeeze in my chest. I didn't know that he wanted to try my baking because he'd heard good things about it. I thought he was just trying to piss me off. About that, who exactly is this going to be for? I saw a mischievous glint in his eyes as he smirked at me. They do like the word smirked. There's a certain girl who's playing hard to get, and I thought that this might be the thing that will finally win her over. In that case, she can fucking keep it. And just as quick as my remorse came, it left. He was just using my food to try to show off to some girl. Thanks again, Buttercup. I'm sure she'll love this. She's not gonna fucking feed me, is he? I'll punch him if he does. Plastering a fake smile on my face, I waved goodbye to him as he turned away, chuckling to himself. He's not that fucking stupid, we know that much. Alright. I'm sure she will. Go get him, Tiger. When he was finally out of sight, I quickly turned towards my sister, who was working on a customs order. Untying my apron and throwing it on the table, I patted her shoulder. Watch the shop for me. Where are you going? Her brown eyes widened with shock as she looked up at me startled. No time, I'll be back. Do you not pay attention? You could probably have an educated guess. Oh, right. Without another word, I hurried through the back door and tailed Damine. There was no way I was going to miss this. This is named Damine and they've just spelled Damien wrong throughout the whole thing. Alright, we'll soon see. As I rounded the corner, I stopped in my tracks to catch a glimpse of two people standing off to the side of the trail under a shadowy oak tree. Crouching down behind some bushes, I tried to sneak up as close as I could to get a better view. I couldn't believe that I was skipping out of my work, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to see that smug look wiped off his face. He was leaning on the tree next to a girl who was giggling when they talked to each other. He looked so confident, so sure of himself as he ran his fingers through his hair and casually placed his arm over her shoulder. You'd think of all the people to ask, he wouldn't ask me. He's not that much of a stupid prick, is he? He must know I'm here. He's going to call me out. I had to put my hands over my mouth to present myself from bursting into laughter. Damien, now fucking spelt right, 4th time lucky, finally handed her the roll that I made, and I watched as she took a bite and her face quickly turned from delight to pure disgust. Damien's, again, well, I suppose Damien is spelt right, but there's no apostrophe. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who knows a lot about grammar. Yeah, so I studied English, sue me. Damien's smug smile vanished as she angrily slammed the food back in his hands and stormed away. Wow, not even asking about it. No, food is the way to a woman's heart. They don't piss around, do they? Pulling off a piece of the uneaten part of the pastries, I covered my mouth with both of my hands now as I watched his beautiful face wrinkle in terror. This was just too priceless. Not being able to hold my laughter in any longer, I fell to the ground and laughed till my stomach started to cramp. Looking up through my tears, I saw his gaze snap over towards me. His eyes narrowed angrily as he started to make his way over towards me. Why? He's not a complete moron. Why has he taken it? Why to the point? More to the point, did he think it'd be okay? Alright, whatever. Time to go. Even though trolls are very strong, we aren't very fast. But, again, there's a comma in conjugation, hey! Like roundabouts and traffic lights. But seeing how I had already had the advantage distance-wise with him, I thought that I might be able to get away before he could catch up and murder me. I wasn't sure exactly what he was going to do, but I turned around to run away. I felt my heart pound thunderously in my chest as panic slowly crept in. And then you look back once you'd run enough and found out he wasn't there? Yeah, thought as much. Why didn't I wait to laugh at him while I was far enough? I was able to make it back over the hill towards the shop, which was now crowded with customers. My poor sister looked like she was about to have a panic attack as she tried to take everyone's order. Rushing back in through the back door, I ducked behind some tables as the voice of my sister, yelling for my help, was heard from the front of the shop. Hey! Oh, hang on, let me get ready. Ready? It's not like I've got to do... all I've got to do is put an apron on. And again they spelled Damien wrong! What the fuck is wrong with them? That's the 5th time now! Fucking hell, were they in a dispute, the team, as to what to call him? Whatever. I could faintly hear Damine shouting my name over the din of the customers. There was no way I was letting him catch me that easily. It was his fault for provoking me, so he got what he deserved. Yeah, you go, girl. I spent the rest of the day hiding out from Damine, for fuck's sake, while trying to help my sister tend to the shop and its sudden influx of customers. I do wonder, if I chose the other option at the beginning, would I like him more than I do now? I suppose so. After getting some much needed rest, I went ahead and started to get ready for the next meet and greet. I couldn't help wonder what Damine was up to. After today's incident, I doubt he would really let me off the hook so easily. While tying my tangled hair up, I heard a light tap on my window. Opening up, I peered out and saw a tiny little bird with a note wrapped around his foot. Go to Stonehenge, lovely. That's probably what it says from Damine. After I gently untied it, the bird fluttered away. Unfolding the paper, I could feel myself starting to grin. Don't think you got away. You've messed with the wrong one. Okay, so I assume that's Damine. It's letter. Signed, Damien. Oh, this is why can't they spell his name right? It's not difficult. Alright, no, it's fine. Whew, it's fine, it's fine. Who puts winky faces at the end of their letters? Idiot. Well, to be fair, I'm going to side with you on this one. He is a colossal wanker.